how long does it take? How long you work at McDonald's, James?
Yes.
How long does it take to make a double cheeseburger?
About a minute.
How long does it take to make a mayo chicken?
Probably less than that.
Where the fuck has Matt's gone? Is he fucking plucking the chicken as we speak?
Even if I had to cook some more mayo chickens, that would only take like 3 minutes. I don't know what's going on.
I'm hungry now. So tonight we've been to, is it Shropshire Wrestling Alliance?
Yes.
I feel like I've got to get that bit right. And this was a whim one, wasn't it? Very much a whim trip. Because it was do you want to go to this? It's £6 and Jay Lethal's there, so. For me, Jay Lethal wasn't the draw tonight in the slightest. For me, it was seeing a lot of talent that I've never seen before, bolstered by talent that I've seen it like a Fight Club Pro, and I've seen it Great Bear, and Midlands guys, so Brooks and Dunn and Man to the Drews and Tyler Bate, of course.
Yeah.
And of course, all of those were fantastic. One thing I will say about this show before we start talking about it is we bought general admission seats, but all our seats were allocated. And now, not through any fault of theirs, because we could have got in touch to say, would you put us together? But at the same time, we were all meant to be spread out. We did some, we asked some people if they'd move, or if they mind swapping. That's all good. But yeah, it meant that potentially we could have been on separate sides of the room potentially. And that was one of those, because if I think of general admission, I think, how long does it take to make a fucking burger in it?
It's your chicken mayo.
Yeah, no,
ready.
Mine? Yeah. It's all my fault. Yeah, goddamn mayo chicken. Yeah, if I think of general admission, I don't think of allocated seats.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was really expected.
I understand that they've sold a lot of tickets, don't get me wrong, but that was weird. I've never been to wrestling till like I understand the front row being reserved, hell I understand the second row being reserved, but I was expecting to sit on the back row.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, pleasant for me, pleasant surprise that it was second row. I'm happy days, but our seats that we were meant to have were on the other side of the room, were on the back. So I looked out with that in that regard, I think.
I agree.
Good. I'm sorry, I don't want to be rude and have a mouthful of food, but I am ridiculously hungry. So, on our first podcast thingy, we will have got moaned at for the road noise. This one's like, oh, listen to them eating.
Yeah.
Oh, stop talking with your mouth full. Damn it. Nice little venue tonight.
It was really good.
Yeah.
I liked that it was a complete square, more or less, and the roof was
really high.
Really high. I don't know why I'm putting my hand up there. No one's going to see that.
A visual representation of
just in case I didn't understand the concept of high.
I think it definitely affected the sound as well. The shape of the shape and height of the building, it made it seem really loud throughout almost the entire show.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm hoping we'll talk about the atmosphere in a bit. Let's talk about the opening contest, which I was very surprised about actually. Was it the British Lions Championship?
Yes.
Being defended by Damien Dunn versus Mark Andrews, who I always want to call Mark Adams. I'm sure I said the very same thing on our last podcast actually. Maybe. Or I may have said before, I try it every time. Adams, Mandrews. It's hard. What do we think of this match, boys?
I enjoyed it.
It was a very good opening contest. It was certainly no more than that, but that's not a criticism. You know, there's definitely a way of pacing the first match, and it was paced perfectly.
I actually couldn't put it better myself. Obviously we know that these two could do better, but they didn't need to do it. But they got the crowd really hotted up nicely. There's a couple of nice flips in there, which of course is always going to make Alex happy. I can't remember what Damien won. Did he kick them in the balls?
Yeah.
The referee's back
kicked them in the balls. Poor balls.
It's a very healy thing to do. We then got, what will probably be one of my only criticisms of the show, because we got a segment essentially where they were setting up. By the sounds of it, the champion was meant to be issuing an open challenge, but came out. So the general manager sort of dude came out and talked about an incident that happened on the last show, and there was a guy called Damage, I think, because one of the problems, my only issue with tonight's show was the PA system was really quite poor.
Yeah,
The vocal, it was alright for the music, but for the promo, it may be just because no offense to anyone, but the Telford accents or the Birmingham accents or whatever, I just couldn't make out what people were saying.
No.
I was really, really struggling with that.
I couldn't tell what they were
You're
saying.
from bloody Halifax, how can you not understand them?
It was the PA system was just not good enough. Especially with a show with so much talking, for the PA system not to work was annoying.
So we had this segment where it went on far, far too long, in my opinion. Got the champion saying who he wants to face, and then a manager guy saying you can. I think the champion wanted to face the manager, didn't he?
Yeah.
And the manager was saying, "Look, you can face me if my dude beats you, or you beat me, or." I don't know. It was setting up a match later on in the show, and it was way too long, and it was very, very hard to follow. I felt. I'm sure other people would just because everyone's reaction. I was worried at one point that because of the way that everyone else seemed to be popping for what they were talking about, but everyone else could understand and I couldn't.
Yeah,
It's not just me. I'm looking at James going, no, you can't understand either. That's all right.
yeah, it was kind of odd. And the first guy to come out, was he the general manager of the company? Was he the matchmaker? Was he able to make that match?
I don't know about that one, I'm afraid, boss.
Because that made it not make sense either.
I think he's the general manager. I think.
Why would he allow someone to have a match in his company and he doesn't even know who it's going to be? In the storyline, obviously.
Because kayfabe, I don't know.
Because wrestling.
Because
wrestling.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because of wrestling.
I didn't really understand why it didn't just run from the promo into that match.
Do you know what I was about to say? Exactly
If
the
it
same
just
thing.
been in one block and then into that match, I think it would have felt better for both
absolutely.
the match and the segment. It would have
James,
benefited from it.
Absolutely spot on. You're stealing the words out of my mouth.
Thief. Prince of Thieves.
I've got a name that I can't remember. So you had Marshall X and Sebastian Radclaw. Who was the other guy?
Robert
Right.
Rose,
Shiny McPlop.
Guy who owns the ring.
the guy that owns the ring.
First time seeing Radclaw, thoughts? Unlike you've seen before, haven't you, James?
Once before, yeah.
So, Max? I don't know. I mean, I think he played his gimmick very well and he performed very well. It's not really quite for me, I don't think. He takes the wackiness of certain wrestlers I like Madman Manson, and just kind of takes it a little bit too far almost, a little bit too weird. I don't know. Being a fan of the ridiculous, I would have thought I'd have gravitated towards him, but I found him slightly irritating. Did it annoy anyone else that they had the match that started with a promo? Yes.
Two quite long talking segments in a row.
Exactly. We have a talking segment where we couldn't understand it. And Sebastian Radclaw was talking, and I'm sorry, I'm trying my absolute hardest to listen to what you're saying. I can't understand you properly there, boss.
That's why it would have made more sense not to have that talking segment before here and have it before the actual match it was going to take place in.
This for me was the worst match of the night. Yeah. In fact, it was the only match I didn't really enjoy. Yeah. The Rose dude contributed nothing to this match. I think there was one suplex. That's all I remember. Yeah. That's how memorable he was.
I like the story they tried to tell with the two heels and that, but I don't think it was as executed as well as it could have been.
No, I agree with that. Next up, Ryan Smile and Pete Dunne. Interesting dynamic there, because it looked like Ryan Smile was like almost a tweener in this one.
Yeah. But he was slapping hands on the way around.
Exactly.
Trying to get chants going and
Pete
stuff.
Dunne a definite heel. And they were taking on Chris Brooks and what's the girl's name? Nixon Newell, who, again, not seen before. Have you seen her before? No. I can't think of any.
Seen her a few times.
I'm just aware of reading about her, but I haven't seen her. Oh man, Ryan Smile started the fucking match with a promo.
And it's like, oh come on, we've just had 2 talking spots. I couldn't care less what you've actually got to say.
Yes, get on with it.
Yeah, it really is. It's like, no, not interested, mate. Just get on with it.
Although, I see more point to that promo than some of the other ones that were being cut.
Yeah.
Because at least it was setting up what Pete Dunne was going to do. Not that it necessarily needed it, but it certainly worked.
Pete Dunne whacking the girl really hard in the jaw.
Yeah.
This match was very, very stiff. I really enjoyed this match. I did.
Stiff.
Yes. There it is. We've been waiting for it you managed to last 13 minutes. Oh, you went there for 6
I was gone for 6 of it. 6 minutes. With the smut. So, yeah. Everyone's busy eating or drinking, so it's left to me to talk, which is the worst idea anyone on this table has had.
Talk about the match.
Yes, I can't remember what. Oh, yeah, we're on about the tag match. Yeah. I don't usually particularly like having a single female in matches with all males, which perhaps sounds a little sexist, but I think realistically speaking, I think a lot of the larger males would completely destroy Nixon Newell in reality. So you have to really sort of, suspend your disbelief and whatnot, and it sometimes asks a little bit much. But I think with the moveset Nixon Newell used and how reckless she was sort of for her own safety as it was in the match, I think she really played that role brilliantly, and she didn't seem like a particular underdog in the match.
Absolutely.
For me. Which is nice, because I think you usually do view the female as a slight underdog, and it's usually centred story-wise around that, I think, when they have a woman in the match. And this wasn't. It was just a tag match between 4 wrestlers, and it was the better for it.
Oh my God, that's probably the most intelligent thing I've ever heard you say.
Yeah.
That was quite good.
Now he's going to talk about some smutty things here.
Breasts.
There we are. Ryan Smiles' dive to the outside, like the very first move he did. A flipping tope, fucking stupid, wasn't it?
Out of nowhere!
Oh yeah, it was completely unexpected, wasn't it?
I think it's probably, I don't think anyone. Well, he was over the other side of the ring, wasn't he? Doing something else on the other side, and then all of a sudden he's.
I bet your note point's in the car, hasn't it? Because I can't remember. Oh no, I can't. I was going to say I can't remember what they won with, but I really can't. Because there was really good psychology in this one, as well as being flips and being fast and being very, very stiff in times. Yeah, with the kicks and the chops and the punches and all that. Yeah, they all sounded great and they all looked like they connected. But some really great psychology work in the. Why do I keep forgetting her name?
Nixon Newell.
Nixon Newell's leg for a lot of the match. And of course, then that led to the finish of a Texas Cloverleaf finish. Yeah. There was a ref bump, but when Nixon got to the ropes,
yes,
Healy Pete Dunne pulled it back in, got the tap out victory, and then put on a Boston Crab and Ryan Smile, who, like I say, proper tweener in the match. At some points he was full on babyface, and then he was being a bit evil. But yeah, he tried to say to Chris Brooks, like, I was trying to get him off him and all that. I bet that sounded so bad. I'm sorry. It's just paper. After intermission, we got Joey Sanchez. First time seeing him, Max?
Yes, I've not actually heard of him before.
No, do you know that I feel a little bit bad about that because I've never heard the guy before tonight, never once. And so his mystery opponent was Mark Morgan, who I know we haven't seen, Max, for a long time. I think it was an Infinite show, probably 2 years ago, and he had long, scraggly hair and.
HXC was the last time I saw
him. HXC, so that would have been what, last spring sort of time.
Yeah.
Best thing he's ever done was cutting his hair off, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It looks so different.
He was just generic babyface with a not particularly good physique and not particularly good tattoos, and I think seeing him tonight as a heel with a completely new character and better physique, better hairstyle. He looked like a serious, like a wrestler who means business, and he performed that way as well. It's quite intense, which is something I've not seen from him before.
This one started ridiculously, didn't it? Because it started on the outside before the bell had gone, and your man, the champion, bashed Mark Morgan's face in with a bloody tray.
Yeah, man, the champion.
I'm brain. I can't remember his name. Just for that second, like, what the fuck's the guy's name?
It's Sanchez.
It's Sanchez, good. Oh, Sanchez bashing Mark Morgan's the guy. I want to say bashing the guy's brain in. Bashing Mark Morgan. See, I'm dead professional, mate. Yeah, that's why I haven't been off on any TV shows yet. Do I compose this? No. Mess it up.
On account of you not remembering anyone's name.
Oh yeah, imagine me on Wrestle Talk. That's probably better, wouldn't it?
You'll be right at the beginning of the programme. Hello, this is... who am I?
Yeah, Wrestle Talk, says on the background.
Yeah.
Sanchez bashing in Morgan's face with a tray which had a right nasty dent in it, and then unleashing with ridiculous chops.
Yeah.
Mr. Choppy, ridiculous. But then the match settled down to a really nice selling of the. I mean, that's nice working of the arm by Mark Morgan. He did the Undertaker old school spot. Did that, but turned it into a leg drop onto the arm. That was so pretty.
Oh, he did nothing but work the arm. It was stunning. Not a single move of his offence was on any other body part. Phenomenal.
And then there was Sanchez's selling. Shelling.
he did shell. He did shell.
Like a fucking choke. I mean, like a boss. Like a choke. I went to say that because I'm an idiot.
Like a mid-level employee.
Like a mid-level employee. That's right. Oh god, I can't remember what you got the win with. What did you get the win with?
Well, before we discuss that,
yes,
we have to discuss one of the greatest comments I've ever heard at a wrestling show in my life. Was one dude telling Sanchez to thunderfuck Mark Morgan. I don't even know what a thunderfuck is,
I've got no
but
idea.
it was amazing.
I mean, yeah, what are you expecting him to do? Oh yeah, I will do. Cheers, boss. Get his ring now.
Oh dear.
Yes.
Should there be blood?
Sanchez impressed the hell out of me in the match. Really, his selling was absolutely phenomenal. I'll have to edit that out. Or should we leave it in just for the people?
Leave it in for the people. You know the people are crying out for it. I think we've killed James.
It's been our 30s. Oh dear. There he is.
He's being thunderfucked. Did you write that down?
Yes, he did actually write it down.
It's going in my review.
Oh yeah, of course we'll get a written review, aren't we?
Yeah, the finish of the match. Let's get back to being professional.
What about Edwards and Dan Malone?
Yeah, we're just skipping. Yeah, we just skip the finish of that match.
Well, I can't remember what it
no
was.
one cares.
It was the
no
interference.
one cares.
Interference from some guy.
Some guy. A nice ass move, which I thought was going to be a dominator, but it wasn't.
It was
Everyone else seemed to know who he
some
was.
sort of plancher of some form.
No, he got him up in the powerbomb and then spun him around in midair so he came down on his face. Yes, of course.
Must have hurt.
So
yeah.
I thought that was after the bell though. I thought
no, Sanchez got the pin.
The referee was distracted.
First time he talks in 21 minutes. Just this random voice of it. Who the fuck's that? No,
What do you want to say? I am random guy.
Random guy number one.
Random person. Right, so yeah, that was the finish.
Yes, it was.
And Sanchez sold the arm as it all the way to the back, didn't he? Which I was so
Very good.
stupid fan.
It is a
So
stupid fan.
very impressed about. Edwards, who I've never heard of. Another one. It was on the poster, was on the bill, whatever, and I don't know who that is. I really don't know who that is.
Same. I hadn't heard of him.
Also from Dan Maloney, yes?
Yes.
I forget that name. I was going to say Don Maloney, I don't know who that is. Or Don Malone.
Don Malone.
Hey, I'm Don Maloney.
He was working heel, which I liked.
Jabroni. Don Maloney.
This is another one that started off brawling on the outside, didn't it? Before the bell, a lot of brawling.
Yes, it did.
I tell you something, what I wasn't expecting, how over Edwards was when he came out.
Yeah.
Unbelievable pop.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Barcelona.
Professional James.
They loved him.
that was well worth
All that for that.
That was well
Fucking
worth
hell.
it. Wow, what a comment.
Leave him.
Is this how you conduct your interviews? Yeah. No wonder fucking Bully Ray thinks you're a cunt. Across the pond for the best interviews.
You should start doing that from now on. Conduct all your interviews whilst eating one of them. Oh, what do you like?
Oh God.
Swallow it. Swallow it.
Oh,
it's rude.
Actually,
It's rude.
I'm gonna kill the boy. Not the boy.
Anything but the boy. Stop it, he's already dead. Will you just swallow it?
Wow. Hour-long podcast.
It's just us giggling like girls. Oh shit.
I love it.
Oh,
I had a good
I'm
laugh
laughing
for
so
all.
hard, the muscles on the back of my head are hurting. That doesn't even make sense.
Fantastic. So there was a match and stuff happened. And some
I'm
wrestling.
still disappointed Shawadi didn't come out.
Christ.
This is going to just be like the bit of Ben Stiller at the end of Hot Dog.
It really is, isn't it?
Chocolate Starfish.
We're still going to talk about the main event.
Yep.
Yeah.
We can get there in a minute.
We'll get there soon.
I wish I had your notes. I told you to write a lot of notes.
Well, anyone who stuck with us this long, well done.
Yeah, we've got the wonderful power of editing mode, friends. So.
Oh, right. No doubt you'll have missed loads of giggling then, unfortunately for you.
Oh, well, he might have left it. I
Over
might
the
have left
street.
it. I am very lazy. And, you know, we want this to feel like a conversation, don't we? It's like just listening to us eat.
Yeah, well, you got.
We want it
Listen
to
to us.
feel like a conversation between adult humans. Oh, I want to stop laughing, it hurts.
Eating, fasting, and giggling so far. This is what happens if you come out for a night out with us. People go, "The fuck are you guys? I ain't going out with you." That guy who came bouncing up to us tonight and introduced himself was like, going, "Oh, I'm so disappointed."
I thought it'd be so cool.
Oh dear me.
With his Billy Ocean hair.
I didn't notice that.
No, you've got Billy Ocean hair.
Oh,
You look like Billy Ocean.
yeah, that's undeniable.
Albino, admittedly, but Billy Ocean.
So today, my
nonetheless.
comments and I've got a gay hairstyle.
It is very gay. Homosexuals all have dreads.
Yep. Oh, I've one shape it. So right, Edwards and Damlow
Yeah.
started brawling on the outside. Fun. Edwards was ridiculously over. I mean, crazy over. Marcus, he's dying to laugh.
I'm still giggling like a girl over the last bit.
Brilliant.
Sorry.
It's alright. Yeah, I really enjoyed this match. I really was, very thoroughly entertained by it. Edwards is a very likeable wrestler, I thought.
Yeah, he is.
I don't know where the fuck he's from. I know nothing about him.
Never heard
I
of
think-
him.
He's from down south, isn't he?
Comment over the heads. Just didn't like the finish of this one because Edwards hit the most ridiculous swanton bomb, which Damlow completely no-sold and hit a lariat.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Okay, the guy.
Wrong.
Edwards is pretty big. Don't no-sell it. And yes,
Was-
Alex did come up
was
with
a
that
bit
point,
silly.
not me.
Yeah.
I have just stolen that from him. And then the main event was
Some guy.
some guy, Jay Lethal, defending the Ring of Honor TV Championship against Tyler Bate, who, again,
Not on the TV.
not on the TV. There is that. And another one is ridiculously over Tyler Bate.
It's ridiculously over wherever he goes. The moustache has made him, man.
Yep.
Even though he was already, well, clearly an incredible wrestler.
No, not until he got that
No,
moustache.
until he got the moustache, I was just
That's
another
just
It's
guy.
like Samson, isn't it? Yeah.
It's like Danny
Put
Over's
his moustache off, it'll be crap.
Sort of thing. One of those matches where, when you knew that Lethal was going to retain, that's just how it's going to go. But there were near falls in that match where you believed.
Oh,
really
yeah.
believed. We watched the 2012 King of Chops from Dragon Gate recently, and it was one of those. Yeah, there were some good chops in that. Some of the chops in this match tonight, ridiculous.
Jay Lethal's chops.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Horrific noise.
Oh God.
Tyler Bates' chest, little.
His titties are going to sting tonight, man.
Get some Sudocrem on
Get
them.
some Sudocrem on those tits. This was I mean, I don't like to rate British matches if I can help it. I mean, at least a 4-star match if you were going for ratings.
Yeah.
If you want to go with the whole hog, do it. This is awesome chant, which I won't ever join in. But yeah, you almost felt like it was deserved in this one, which is high praise, I think, from me indeed.
Can I ask something though?
Go on,
An
then.
open question.
Go on.
I don't necessarily say this is the case, but would this match perhaps have been 1 star less if the crowd were dead?
Yeah, I think you've got a good point there. The crowd was super hot. I mean, the dueling chants, Tyler's moustache, or let's go Lethal, or let's go Tyler, or let's go Lethal. Yeah, they were.
Oh,
I mean,
the beauty of that was, I don't know if you noticed, it wasn't dueling chants. People were chanting both names in succession.
Yeah.
It wasn't different
Let's
groups
go,
of people.
everyone.
Yeah, just let's go. It was really incredible.
It was. I can't remember the last time I've heard such sustained noise. You know, because it just built and built and built and built. And you're not going, right, they're going to burn themselves out. No, they're keeping going. Oh, magnificent.
Even though everyone clearly put so much into the matches, like so much physically, more than they do for perhaps other companies. I don't know if that's a controversial thing to say, but I believe, you know, there are some companies that some wrestlers perhaps see as just an easier payday and put slightly less effort in, and also they have to preserve their bodies because they might have 6 matches that week or something. I get it, you know, it's not a criticism, but you can tell that everyone really gave it the raw.
Absolutely.
In every one of the matches. And but I still think that it's something to do with the people around here.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't just the fact that they wrestled so well. The people really seemed to appreciate every single person out there.
Yeah.
And there was just indifference from no one. And you do get that at loads of these shows, you know. Just some people you're like, I don't really care.
Yeah.
I think everyone just gets love because they're appreciated. And I think that's quite a beautiful thing.
Give this guy a fucking gold coin. He's on a roll. Bloody hell. 2 good points. Jesus Christ, have you heard him?
Muff.
Still doing our job, James. Fucking hey.
I should be doing your job.
Absolutely.
Taking over.
Oh God, I don't know, what does he call it? I always call it ostentatious because I noticed.
Lethal
injection.
Lethal injection course. It's one of those. Oh, of course. Lethal injection get in the way. I mean, how long did this one go? It felt like about half an hour. I don't think it was that long.
I think it was 20 minutes tops.
At least 20.
Oh, fantastic! Tyler Bate just continues to impress.
He's just getting better and
So
better
young.
as he
He's
goes
so
along.
young. One thing we didn't mention was Nixie's. She came to the bar after the intermission.
Oh, yes.
She limped to the bar, selling the knee from earlier on. That was a lovely little touch. And
Yeah.
when they drew the raffle, there was a kid whose birthday it was, and Sanchez came out, and he was the whole time he was holding his arm, his left arm was dangling down, and then in one of those little touches that he didn't need to do this, and it was one of those only a few people would have even spotted this or even cared. Started clapping when we were wishing the kid happy birthday. On the second clap, he winced, and then he went back to the back the whole time selling the art. It was glorious.
Brilliant.
I mean that
You don't see that at a lot of British shows, really.
Well, Mr. Sanchez, I highly doubt you're listening to 3.5 guys talking about the match. Yeah, we really appreciate it. You know, Alex has said one line so far, including the words "random guy." That's what I mean. So yeah, he doesn't really count, does he?
Aw.
It's just.
I think he's kept this together, if I'm honest.
He's been the
Well,
glue,
I think-
binding us together.
I think ultimately, and I'm sorry that I keep talking lots, but I think ultimately the sort of physical, visual thing I'm left with, really, that mostly is everybody at the end sort of rushing into the ring and lifting Tyler Bate up, even though he lost, because he was their British hero. And once again, a testament to how much the wrestlers were appreciated.
Yep.
Because there was just, it didn't feel like it was a forced thing. It was a genuine rush of emotion for everyone to want to be part of it and to appreciate what I did. Once again, it's a beautiful thing. You don't see it at lots of these shows, and I would come back here purely for that.
I think, for if nothing else, crowd atmosphere tonight was the best I've ever heard at a show.
Yeah.
For sustained noise, for how passionate we were. The guy in front of us, there with his boy, the guy's more passionate about the wrestling show than the boy is, and the boy was loving it. You know?
Great.
I really did. I think I went in with an open mind because I thought the card looks alright, but it could be shit. It could be, because you some of the bin shows we've been to where the card's been amazing, and that's crap, wasn't it? Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. Crowd were amazing. Didn't like the seats. Sort the PA out. Don't have so many interviews on it or promos.
Yeah.
I understand it's a storyline driven fed, and you need promos. I get that, but at the same time, you didn't need 3 straight interview segments.
No, time and right.
Yeah,
it
exactly.
would have been alright.
Exactly. So that would be my only criticism. Sort your PA out so you can the mics would be. I think maybe you just need to turn the mic down a little bit. I think we're being kicked out of McDonalds, boys. So
and anyone listening to this who hasn't been to an SWA show, is that correct? Really try it. I recommend it.
Yeah.
Get on down.
Yeah.
This is some guy. I have one comment to say. There's only one person who can make the show even better, and his name is Joe Hendry.
I love it.
I agree.
I've been Mark. He's been James.
Bye.
That's Max.
And I'm some guy.
He's some guy. As with the first one, if you enjoyed this, let us know. We'll do more. If you haven't enjoyed us, let us know, and we'll do more just to piss you off.
Yeah.
Take it easy, bitches.